People have been equally fascinated and concerned by cursed art created by artificial intelligence. These works seem to have a life of their own, even though they are completely computer creations. These images, which are sometimes called unpleasant, ugly, or nightmarishly bizarre, are based on psychological and cultural issues that are deeply rooted in society. Algorithms that process enormous volumes of visual data are used to create AI-generated images. These algorithms often combine shapes, textures, and expressions in unusual ways. This is not the same as conventional art, which is made by people and is affected by their feelings and goals. The result is an unsettling combination of the familiar and the unknown, images that appear to be rational but are not, tricking the mind into thinking that there is something alive when there is only digital chaos. These images appear so realistic mostly because of the concept of the uncanny valley. The term was first used in the realms of robotics and computer-generated imagery, CGI animation. It describes the unpleasant sensation that occurs when something seems to be human, yet is not completely human. Portraits that were made by artificial intelligence are frequently found in this category. A face may look photorealistic at first, but if you look at it more closely, you might notice subtle distortions. These could include eyes that are a little too far apart, a mouth that looks like it is trapped in an unusual position, or skin that appears unnaturally smooth. These subtleties make us feel uneasy because they remind us of actual human faces, but they also have a somewhat off sense to them. AI may generate human-like figures that bend in strange ways, or landscapes that feel like they live in a parallel universe, making the entire composition appear curiously sentient. This phenomenon goes beyond faces. Another major reason why AI-generated cursed art feels so disturbing is the unexpected nature of machine learning algorithms. While human painters follow the rules of proportion, perspective, and anatomy, artificial intelligence is primarily based on patterns. Rather than comprehending the logical connections between components in an image, it combines features according to statistical likelihood. This can lead to dreamlike and surreal compositions in which items merge together, limbs appear to be fused or non-existent, or faces seem to melt into their environment. Due to this randomness, AI-generated art has a characteristic that makes it appear as though it exists outside of the realm of conventional reality. It has an uncomfortable liveliness, as if it is trapped between being and non-being. But before starting this video again, don't forget to subscribe for more haunting adventures, share this video with fellow thrill seekers, and comment your thoughts below. One particularly disturbing aspect of AI-generated cursed images is their ability to evoke liminal dread, which is the feeling of being in a space that is neither one thing nor another, and that does not make sense. Many images generated by artificial intelligence depict places that appear to be real, but they contain odd distortions such as rooms that are excessively lengthy, doors that lead to nothing, and hallways that seem to stretch on indefinitely. These pieces bring to mind the same deep-seated fears that make abandoned buildings, empty malls, and foggy highways at night so frightening. The human brain is wired to search for patterns and significance. However, when it is presented with a picture that appears to be reasonable at first glance but does not make total sense, it produces a feeling of unease, as if the image is watching you or residing in a location that is just beyond your understanding. The way that AI handles emotion and expression also contributes to the feeling of being alive in cursed art. AI-generated faces often seem to be in a strange emotional limbo, unlike those created by humans, where emotions are intentionally made to express sentiments. A happy face may have eyes that look empty and dead, while a neutral expression may look slightly dangerous because of features that are out of place or have an unusual symmetry. The result is an emotional ambiguity that gives the image a sensation of being alive but also makes it difficult to interpret, as if it has some sort of hidden consciousness or aim. Because of this unpredictability, the spectator is forced to make assumptions, which can lead to feelings of distrust, unease, or even panic. AI-generated cursed art often includes textures, shadows, and depth in a way that mimics movement, in addition to human-like figures. Many AI-generated photos have a hyper-realistic quality that is disconcerting. In these images, minor details like skin pores, fabric wrinkles, and reflections in the eyes are replicated with great precision, yet the overall composition remains dreamlike and fragmented. If you stare at the image for a long time, the combination of the hyper-detail and the fake spatial relationships creates an effect that makes the image appear to shift or breathe. Some AI-generated cursed images even show pareidolia, which is when the brain sees faces or things in random patterns. This gives the impression that there are ghostly presences concealed within the artwork, which makes it appear as if the image has a secret life of its own. The reason these images appear so disturbingly realistic is also due to cultural variables. Much of the cursed artwork produced by AI has a folk horror aesthetic, which evokes visions of ancient superstitions, spirits, and cryptic religious symbols. Certain figures produced by artificial intelligence have a ghostly, nearly otherworldly look to them. They are indistinct, floating shapes that resemble beings from myths or horror stories. These pictures tap into the fear of the unknown that is ingrained in human beings. They are ambiguous, which means that they allow the viewer to project their own interpretations onto them. This is comparable to how people have historically viewed otherworldly entities in shadows or mist. In certain cases, AI-generated art unintentionally mimics themes of eldritch terror, which are akin to the representations of unfathomable cosmic monsters seen in the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Because these visuals have been changed from something that we are used to into something that is unusual or ugly, they appear to have a presence that we cannot comprehend. The way that cursed images created by artificial intelligence are shared and consumed in digital culture contributes to this uncomfortable experience of life. A lot of these pictures become viral on social media, where they are sometimes shared with spooky remarks, unexplained backstories, or as part of a group horror tale effort. Because of this common view of AI art, it has a mythical element that makes the visuals appear even more realistic. People tell strange legends about these odd forms, debating whether they resemble lost souls, ghosts of artificial intelligence, or the remnants of dreams that have been forgotten. The internet does this by giving these images a sense of life, which transforms them from random outputs generated by machines into something that is believed to have importance and presence. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence technologies has also contributed to the perception that these graphics are altering in real time. In the beginning of AI-generated cursed art, the images were often poorly made and glitchy. However, contemporary models generate visuals that are significantly more refined, which makes their unsettling characteristics even more disturbing. As artificial intelligence continues to improve, it is becoming increasingly difficult to tell the difference between intentional creativity and unintentional horror. This has led to discussions about whether these images are truly random, or if they are being unintentionally directed by some hidden algorithmic force into forms that are disturbingly lifelike. Ultimately, the reason that AI-generated cursed art feels alive is that it can question our view of reality, pulling us into a strange zone where the artificial and the organic come together in ways that make us uncomfortable. These images cause us to reconsider our notion of what it means to be human, what it means to be intentional, and what it means to be genuine. AI-generated cursed images have a strange and unsettling presence because they dive into the uncanny valley, play with randomness, distort space and shape, and trigger deep-seated worries of the unknown. They are more than just still photographs. They are portals to a world that seems to be out of sync with our own in some manner. They are close enough to reality that they can imitate it, yet they are also far enough away that they remain terribly and inescapably unpleasant. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.